our host will soon be here. I can't wait. Like, I'm so excited. If there's anybody that her story inspires me so much, is Ekwe. Jesus. Like, those of you, particularly Facebook OGs now, we like her story is so inspiring. And the beautiful thing is that she didn't just do it like, for I'm so herself. Excited. She did it for like she's doing it for thousands of other Nigerians, right? I don't know if you've been in her community. Definitely, I think you should. If you've not been in Ekwe's community, you should. You should. Don't worry. I'm going to drag her. In fact, I've already dragged her to give us discount. Ah, Raya is new. I want to join Fin Tribe. I'm on your email list because I paid for money making training last. Oh, okay, Raya, please. Yeah, you should definitely join Fin Tribe. Jane is from Mozambique. Hi, Jane. Nice to meet you. Okay, Ryan, check the comment section. We've dropped the link. So if you're beating us off, if you're not in Fin Tribe, it's a what platform for women, right? There we move from financial literacy, financial education to action. We save together, we invest together, and our women from inception till now, we have done almost $7 million. And these are women that always feel like, oh, I don't know how to save, I don't know how to invest. The way we do it is that every year we are saving together and investing together. By December, we do payout. Also, on we have a platform where you can log in, see your have your savings account. Sometimes we have fixed income investing and what's not. So you should definitely, and then we have social events because I believe that women we thrive in communities. Beyond social media, we meet up, we hang out. Port Harcourt branch, they did they went for one birthday. Oh my god, oh god, see. If you're a woman, you should be in Fin Tribe. Lagos branch, we did our inter-house sports. I think that was 2 weeks ago. It was so much fun. So if you're looking for a community of mature women only, money-minded women, you should be in Fin Tribe. Membership is free. Don't worry, you're not paying a dime. Membership is free. Okay, a minute to go. A minute to go. So once Ekwe joins, I'm going to make her co-host. And then she is going to take. Oh, I'm seeing Ekwe. Is this Ekwe our facilitator? Is it the Ekwe we are waiting for? Ekwe, please indicate you can put up your hand or something so I can make you co-host. Is your class? Okay, it's almost time. It's almost time. Let me see. Okay, I think one hand is up. Oh, that's our Ekwe. Let me make her co-host. Welcome. Officially, it's 7 p.m. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Fin Tribe Knowledge Sharing section for Q2. And tonight, we have the one and only digital winch. Like I was saying before she came, if there is anybody we should be learning from when it comes to changing our lives, is Ekwe. And what she has done with her students, like the one woman that have single-handedly turned thousands of Nigerians to what is it called? There's one word I'm looking for. When you're making money in dollars, don't be naira, it's Ekwe. And she has been so gracious to come join us here tonight. And we are so grateful for that. So in the next 1 hour, in the next 2 hours, depending on how much time we have, between 1 hour to 2 hours, it's going to be an amazing time of sharing knowledge, of learning, answering our questions. And we did something interesting this time around. Beforehand, we shared a link for you to share any questions you have. So she's going to be answering all those questions. And hopefully, towards the end, we are still able to take questions. Oh wow, we already have over 100 people here and some also streaming on YouTube. Don't worry, after the class we are going to, you get the replay link, and then like I told you, please everybody start clapping. I have Ekwe was so gracious to offer us a discount to our community, but we are going to talk about that later. Anyway, so Ekwe, is your call. Over to you, Mama. I think now you are co-host. You can unmute yourself. You can share your slide. Thank you. Oh, look at that gorgeous. Now this life I must make money. I must make money this life.
Don't let me spill the tea.
Welcome, my madam. Over to you, Mama. I'm going to mute myself. It's your show.
Hi, everybody. So, I think I need to move my, just a moment. Let me know if I can move my screen to so that I'll be looking at you guys and make it look like I get, what do they call that type of eyes where they did the other side?
I am 4:30. Could you have your people on the team? Because I know some of our people would want the link to join the community and
Yeah,
what.
I joined. I just share the link. You should say you get more than 100 because that is why they are joining. I just share the link and
Okay, no, I mean maybe your team for your, because some of our people are interested in joining your community. If there is a link or maybe details, anyway, we'll get to that over
let me
time.
send this to Chiduto so that Chiduto, let me send this
Okay,
to.
or you can share with me on WhatsApp either way.
Yeah, I've sent the link, the meeting link to join.
Okay, you can let me send it to somebody to join. The person can.
Let me see those on YouTube. I'm muting myself over to our teacher.
Okay, so good evening, everybody, and thank you, Jennifer, for inviting me. It's been a long time. I think the last time we had something like this was probably 3 years ago. I can't remember. But since Mr. Mark took down my Instagram page, I hardly see you and you have been busy.
Oh. We don't like
So
you now. We know how busy you are with your thousands of your students, but we
calm
are
down. Now you dey busy. Now you dey busy past me. But I don't want to go there. Let's move there. So guys, like she already said, my name is Equitas, and you can call me Digital Witch or you call me Lemonade. That is what my students call me. And I'm the founder of Digital Witch. And literally what we do at Digital Witch is training individuals like yourself on on-demand skills. When we say on-demand skills, we mean any skills that can enable you to earn in dollars and also in naira. Sometimes you need to earn in naira to build your confidence, to build your expertise. But the goal is that you will earn in dollars. And so far, in 5 years, we have been able to train more than 160,000 individuals. And I'll tell you for free that digital, which is the when you talk about people that started anything virtual assistant in the entire Nigeria, I'll tell you for free that when I started my training, there was nothing like virtual assistant. So basically, we are the first set of people to train people on IT support, virtual assistant, and all of that. Now, when we talk about what we do, our target audience are people who are no income earners. You're a stay-at-home mom, stay at home. In fact, when we started Digital Week was supposed to be focused on stay-at-home moms. But our first set, after running the first cohort and people start seeing the success, it's become, should I say, it's become important that a lot of people who are also no income earners or who are interested in upgrading themselves and their financial status are interested to join us. And that was how Digital Week became, should I say, for everyone. So whether you are a teacher, you are a student, you are a stay-at-home mom, you are a job seeker, you are a corper, or you are just someone who is currently working, but you want to transition to tech, or you want to transition into working remotely, then Digital Week should be your target. Now, when it comes to what we do, you really do not need to have any work experience. You don't need to have any skills at all. As long as you have a laptop, you have a good phone. Even if you don't have a laptop or you have a very good phone that can access Zoom. Where we are at the moment is Zoom. So as long as you can be able to join Zoom, like you can seamlessly join Zoom with your phone, then you can also join Digital Wage. And it's almost a 2-month program. IT support is a 2-month program where you are going to be learning how to become a virtual assistant, customer support, technical support, appointment setter, telehealth. Telehealth is for those in the health sector. You are a nurse and you are earning 30K. You shouldn't be earning 30K. You shouldn't be earning 500K as a nurse, right? So if you are a nurse, a doctor, or whatsoever, and you are interested in working remotely with telehealth companies, then you can join us. Then we also do automations, we do CRMs, accounts management, accounts executive, code calling, lead generations, traveling and itinerary management, and a lot more, right? So this is for beginners who just want to start working remotely, who want to be a virtual assistant, do anything to earn money online. Then when you are done and you are working, or you want to now build a proper career, like you want to build, like at the moment, apart from the fact that I'm the founder of Digital Witch, I'm a customer success manager and consultant. And at the moment, we also train people on how to become customer success managers, account managers, guided onboarding managers, and a lot more. And if you also want to tour on the part of core tech, then we also offer cloud computing. So under cloud computing, you'll be able to learn DevOps, cloud security, DevSecOps, technical support, and anything that makes you a cloud engineer. And our training team also prepare you on all the certifications exam. We also help you get some voucher, meaning you pay, you get discounts on you get some discount on all the certification exams you would want to write, be it Azure or AWS or Google. We partner with people who will help you to get some discount. Then we also collaborate with people who teach our students project management, business analysis, product management, data analysis, and a lot more. And some of all these trainings comes with 3 months internship. Then when it comes to jobs, one thing is learning these skills, and another thing is you being able to use these skills to get jobs. And one thing, the sweetest part of being here is that most of the people in this community, that is financial network community, are my students. In fact, most of the people working with financial Jennifers have gone through Digital Witch, so they will know when I'm telling lies. So now, one thing about us is that we don't just teach you these skills. We have already built a community of people who are on this journey to achieve a common goal with you. So you being here is all about learning, collaborating, and exploring opportunities. Even if you are finding it difficult to get jobs, as long as you are proactive, as long as you are willing to collaborate with others, you are willing to network with others. The thing is, even if you don't get a job, someone will be there to outsource jobs to you. Somebody will be there to recommend you, and somebody will also be there to share opportunities. I also share opportunities. If you're following up on social media, this current set that is still learning. Today, when I was in today's class, somebody just shared that she just got a job paying $30 per hour. You can check, if you know me on Facebook, you can check me on Facebook. I just posted that already. Like, we're just in the class this morning, and when we're about closing, somebody just drops in the comment section that, oh, I just got a job that pays $32 per hour. Just like that. These people, their classes just have gone. And so far, a lot of people in this set are getting both internship opportunities, paid opportunities, volunteering opportunities, and a lot more. So, and outside the fact that they are getting these jobs, you also learn how to harness your existing skills. There's something I told our students today. You really do not need, for you to work remotely, right? You don't really need to move away from what you currently do to something totally unfamiliar to you. For instance, I'm a customer success manager. I have been in the customer facing for 8 years now. I started my career as a technical support engineer. I worked with Microsoft. I moved to becoming account manager. I moved to becoming customer success analyst. And at the moment, I am a technical account manager and success consultant, right? So now I have always been the customer facing. And if I decide to move from where I am to go and become maybe a project manager, that is something unfamiliar. But that does not mean people do not transition. People transition all the time. So I tell students that you moving from what you are currently doing to something, and let it be that you are tired of what you are doing now. You are a medical doctor, you want to work remotely. Of course, you can achieve that without you can earn in dollars without you doing something outside being a medical doctor. That is why we have telehealth industry. That's why our students can learn, and you decide to focus your job search on, telehealth or mHealth industry, mobile health industry, right? And if you're a teacher, you still do not need to stop teaching. You can still be a teacher and teach remotely. I have a lot of teachers, their own job is to support students. You can support students either as a mentor or as a coordinator or curriculum manager. Like there's a lot of way you as a teacher can still do exactly what you do, but this time around it is enhanced. You are using the tools you are learning from us to offer these services virtually and earn in dollars, right? And if you are somebody who are, you are currently into real estate, yeah, you are currently into real estate, you can still maintain yourself being in the real estate industry, doing exactly what you are doing in Nigerian job market, or what you are currently doing in your Nigerian job. You do it online. If I share my screen now and go to Upwork and type real estate, you are going to see a lot of opportunities in the real estate industry, both as real estate lead generator, real estate appointment setter, real estate sales closer, real estate account exec, like everything real estate. This is you moving what you are currently doing in Nigeria. Maybe if you're working in real estate, like me, when I came to Lagos, the first job I did in Lagos was I worked with a real estate company. Guess how much was my salary? 65K. That 65K is what I earn in hour now, like per hour. So, but as at then, it was a lot of money because I just came to Lagos and I got that job, and apart from getting the job, it's also came with accommodation. So at the end of the month, the plus and minus, they still remove money from the 60K, 65K. So they will remove the amount they rented and a self-confirmed for me. What they did was that they plus what I earn in a year. Then they now calculated how much they spent to get me an apartment, and they will minus it. So when I now did the minus, then every month they deduct it. And my take home is 27, so either 24,700 or 27,400. I can't remember, but between these two is my take home for almost 1 year until I saw the property. So this was me being in the real estate was my first experience. And when I started working remotely, my first Upwork experience was also in real estate, but this time around it was sales, just cop numbers, random numbers they assigned to me. And if anybody's interested in our property, then I, engage the sales team, they sell to them, and I was earning in dollars. So sometimes when you hear the word tech, most of the things we do in tech is not actually called tech. Meaning anybody who is willing to learn, who is willing to earn, can learn all these things and earn. Just a few days ago, I shared a review of a married woman, a stay-at-home mom. She currently has 6 kids. She has 4 job offers, and one of her clients in the UK sent her an Apple laptop. But this is a woman that before most of this kind of woman join digital, we'll be like, Equitas, do you think I can learn this thing? Do you think my head can carry this thing? Do you think, a lot of questions. But the truth is, most of you are running businesses that when you compare the stress of the business you are running and the stress of working from home, I went to China. I just came back from China, and when I was in China, a friend told me, why not sell pre-order bag? I took my brother was doing his business. I was just working. Then when I have the time, I go on a tour, but I just walk. So I said, okay, let me follow them and do the pre-order bags. I will tell you for free that that was the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. Not because I was talking to people. Of course, I wasn't talking to anybody, but the fact that I have to, who ordered this bag? What did this person order? Like even though I had to do it in a techie way, I had to track everything everybody ordered. They have to fill a form. I can't, I just have to use pivot table to separate everybody's color, type of, things but to me, it is still very hard. But this is something some of you do seamlessly. Like this is what a lot of you do very, very well. Imagine yourself doing all these things. At the end of the day, what you earn is nothing. But imagine yourself doing this thing for a company online, and you earn between 1,000, 3,000, $4,000 at the end of the month. So that's exactly what we are talking about. So you really do not need to come into tech, or when you hear the word IT or tech, you don't think, oh, we are all solving maths. The sweet thing I love people to know about me is that I actually studied literature in university. I'm not a tech person. I didn't study engineering. I didn't study computer science. I actually studied education in literature, meaning professionally, I'm a teacher, right? Professionally, I'm expected to be a teacher. So I'm still doing what I studied in school by teaching. But what I study in school is literature, right? Now, as a literary student, I have been able to train people on DevOps because professionally, I am a DevOps engineer, meaning I'm tech. I'm not talking about, when it comes to tech, I'm a core tech person. Even as a customer success manager, I am still what? A technical account manager, meaning I'm still doing core tech. But what I'm trying to say is, if someone like me, who never did science, who studied literature, can be able to learn and get to the point that I'm not just working with what I have learned, I am also teaching it, producing engineers who are doing well in this field, it simply means that you can actually do better as well, right? As long as you have the right resources, the right people, the right learning attitude. Because the truth is, so many people are ready to learn, but you don't have the right attitude. You want to learn, you want to make money now. And that is the sad reality. For me, I see it as sad reality because when you are learning a skills and you want to make money now, you are going to be pressuring yourself and you deprive yourself the fun of learning. I don't know how to explain it, but I know what I'm saying. Okay, let me put it this way. First of all, when I was working in that real estate, I just unconsciously encountered cloud. I don't even have a laptop. I didn't start my own learning experience with laptop. I didn't have any laptop. So when I was working that real estate, remember they are paying me 65K and my take home now 20 something K, right? So I had no money to buy a laptop. Now, but in the office, I had one Chinko old laptop I use, but it's office laptop, and I had a smart TV. So when I come to work, I do nothing apart from watching TV. And or maybe when somebody calls us, they want to go for inspection, not be me still they go inspection. My own is just to sit in the office, right? So, but one day I was watching a TV show, a YouTube series. I think it was either Nigeria Idol, one of all those series on YouTube. And after watching an episode, one Indian guy channel just popped up and the guy was talking about cloud. Even though his accent was, I don't know, I couldn't hear most of the thing, but I don't know, when God wants to orchestrate something, he will just place something before you and create interest. Because one, I wasn't understanding his accent. Two, I never knew the word cloud. Even when he was saying cloud, initially I thought maybe he's talking about cloud, the one where we know rain one fall, cloud is gathering, something like that. That is one of the things, initially that was what I thought he was talking about. But somehow I paid attention. After paying attention, he was still speaking in tongues to me, but somehow I subscribed to his channel. So, and I had either Infinix phone or Techno. So whenever I get back home, I will go to his channel, sign in, and search for his name, and I'll start watching all that videos he's posted on his channel talking about cloud. And that was how I started learning cloud without a laptop. I was climbing everything. Like, I literally know everything about cloud, but I have never practiced it because I do not have a laptop. But I know everything. But guess what? 6 months into me learning, I got fed up with the real estate job and I reached out to a friend of mine who works with Jobberman, and I told him, guy, I don't tire. I really want to get another job. And this time I'm thinking maybe something techy. I just want to push myself. That was when he told me that Microsoft third party was coming to Nigeria and they're hiring. Maybe I should send my CV. Guess what? I was invited for the interview, and everything they were asking during the interview was exactly what I have been watching on the YouTube for the last 6 months. Azure, cloud, every single thing. In that interview, we were 300 and something invited, and we're less than 50 hired. Out of the 50, I was the only art student. So the truth is, sometimes when you are learning, you are not just learning because, like, the sweetest part of learning is you learning without direction sometimes. You just know that someday this thing where they do go pay. You are not pressuring yourself. That's why the smart people don't wait until their their problem is bigger than them before they start, feeding themselves. Like, for instance, let me use Financial Jennifer as an example. Financial Jennifer is teaching everybody how to invest. In fact, I think the last time I sat down with Financial Jennifer, that was when I started taking my money market seriously. Every other investment options, even if I don't understand them, the last time we had conversation, I can't remember. Yeah, I think she took me to one place, I think Lini Gates, like that. We had a conversation there. And that was the place I decided to take my money market serious. And what did I learn? Even if I don't know anything that day, you don't need to wait until your problem is choking you to know that you need second stream of income. That is where a lot of Nigerians get it wrong. Some of you now you have time. You have something paying your bills. Your children never to grow. They are still in primary school. They pay 80K, 100K school fees. You have all the time to invest. You have all the time to learn skills. You have all the time to run a second business. But you no go do them until that your business starts shaking. Until they'll sack you. That is when you will not remember, oh, I should have been investing, even if I want 1,000. Oh, I should have been learning skill. Oh. Remember, I told you I was working. They gave me a house, but that was when I was learning my own skills, right? I wasn't waiting until they sack me before I know that I have to start learning skills. I wasn't waiting until I'm jobless before I know that, oh, I need to do something about my situation, right? I knew that I needed, and the truth is that I never intended to work. I came from a very poor home. When I say poor home, I mean poor home. And in spite of the fact that I'm from a poor home, my papa tried, I was the first child, we are 8, and I was spoiled, I was like, my girlfriend is in my house now, and she will tell you for free. We met when we were serving, and she will tell everybody that I'm the most unserious human being she ever knew. In our office, and they come work by 11. If I come work by 9, they will say, in fact, our boss will give me lunch money that day. That was how serious I was with life. But guess what? Life will humble you. I was still serving. That service where I go as they live this girl's life. I finished service last week. I was still in Bayelsa. I served in Bayelsa Ministry of Education. I was still in Bayelsa. I never even carry my load. They come back. My papa died. I'm the only graduate. I'm the first daughter. And she said that I'm the only one where my eye don't tear small. And I have 7 siblings. Our last one was in nursery school. My mother was a stay-at-home mom without a job. She was jobless. And that was how I went to bed as a daddy's girl, and I woke up as a matured adult that is saddled with a lot of responsibility that I didn't ask for. And guess what? I wear that agbada with a lot of confidence. And the only sad part of that is the fact that my mother was a jobless woman. Because if she had a job, the stress, that struggle for me to take care of my siblings will be less on me, because at least our mama feed them. But if I don't support, they won't eat. Then when I was in that Bayelsa, I've already gotten admission to go back to school. I want to sponsor myself. I can afford to sponsor myself because I've saved money. I was very good at saving money because I know where I come from. So, but I'm that person that have very big eyes. I love good things, but I know that for every good thing I want or I love, I have to work for it. Like I'll have to give myself every good thing, or all those big things. I have to work for it. So I know how to save for what I want. But I have to ask myself a very honest question. My father no rich, but he gave me everything he could afford to give me. In fact, he sold his bike to pay for my acceptance fee in the university. That was how much he cared about me. Now, my siblings are small, nursery school. If our last one did nursery school, that should tell you where others did, right? And my mama no get work. My father died as a security man, but he was trying. The small money they get, they feed us. Now, I have to sacrifice something. Is it that I'm using the money I have to go back to school, or I'm using the money to go and get a job and probably support my siblings? And being a family-oriented girl, as somebody that loved her father so much, I felt that the only thing I can do to give back was taking care of my siblings. So I have to forfeit going back to school. And that was how I came to Lagos. And I'll tell you for free that it's part of all of nobody ever advised me. You know, you guys are so lucky now. You have a lot of people like Jennifer. You know, a lot of people talking. Jennifer is talking about how to save money, make money. Some people are talking about a lot. You know, during my time, there was nothing like that. Or even if there was, maybe I wasn't that exposed. There was the only social media I knew was Facebook. On Facebook, we were all catching crews. There was never anything serious. Right? But out of all of this chaos, a lot of us had to find our path, how to help ourselves, how to make things. So now from just becoming, you know, my friend was the one that invited me to come to Lagos. And the funniest part, that person will carry me come Lagos. Till today, I came to Lagos 2017. So this is basically my 9 years. Abi? Is it 9 years? I don't know. I don't sabi count out. Is it? I came here. Yeah, this is 9 years. So this is my 9 years in Lagos, and I'm here to see the man that invited me to come to Lagos. I swear to God. The person that told me there's a job in Lagos, he have a job for me, he have everything for me. I will stay in their family house. I'm yet to see him, but I don't did this Lagos. I don't want to tell you guys what I have achieved in Lagos, but it will sound like it's a joke. But I'll tell you for free that anything you can think of, anybody can achieve on, you know. The only thing I never achieve, maybe not a man. But if there's anything a young girl can achieve, I think it's high time I start counting my blessings. From any 65K to watching YouTube videos, from watching YouTube videos to getting a job in Microsoft, from getting a job. In fact, the first day I stepped my foot in that office, I told myself, I am not here because I'm the most qualified. I am here because of God's grace, and I'm going to use this opportunity and make it well. I thought this is the exact word I used. I said, you see this opportunity, I'm going to do what? Milk it. That was how I said it. And I said, I remember I made a video. I either made a video or I took a picture where I did something like this. I said, I was going to milk this opportunity. And what was the opportunity? I saw myself being there as God doing something miraculously to place me there. And from that day, from my day one in that space, I was learning skills. I'm a very popular person when I was working with tech experts. So you can ask anybody that was there 2018, 2019, they will tell you about Epictures. Every single day in that company, I was either writing certification courses. You can go back, you can go to LinkedIn, check me way back. You will see there is not every Saturday I don't post a certificate. Back-to-back skill acquisition. When I was acquiring that skills, I wasn't looking for a job. I was not being pressured. I just told myself that I am a literary student, and for me to get something way better in the future, I have to do what? I have to learn. I have to feed myself. I was in that company as a literary student, but I left there way better than a lot of techie guys. Like when I left Microsoft, I was the best in my team. I'm not just the best in closing cases. I was the best in handling tickets. And that didn't just happen overnight. That happened because of the hard work, learning experience. And when I left, getting my first ever remote job wasn't hard. I just thought, God, I do not want to enter next month jobless. In less than 2 weeks, I got my first remote job. And that job paid me like 7 times what Microsoft was paying me. Apart from me working remotely, that job sponsored my first international trip, my second international trip, and not just like there was just a lot of changes. And that was how my journey into becoming a freelancer started. And that was also how I started, because somehow all my friends were not working remotely. I was just the only one working remotely. And I felt maybe there's something I know that they don't know. And when I sit with them, we compare our knowledge base and level. Then I notice that the difference is in the tools. The only thing different from what I know and what they know is the tools I use. And I had to start teaching them these tools. And before you know it, they start getting jobs. And I just wake up and said, okay, maybe it's high time I teach women how to do these things. And that was how Digital Witch was born. So if you are here, one thing is saving money. Another thing is making money to save more money. as a woman, and I don't know if men they here, Sha, but as a woman, the society is not designed to favor you. High time you tell yourself the hardest truth. In fact, if you are born, the day they born you as a woman is the day the society is against you. All your problems you have, the society, in fact, if you smile too much and you are single, the society say, why are you so happy you are single? Why are you smiling? If you divorce, say, look at you, you don't divorce. If you date your husband house, they say, you don't have you never born. There's always something to say about you as a woman. But guess what? In all of these curves, having your own money gives you options. Having your money doesn't stop nonsense, as a lot of people say. Having a lot of money doesn't stop you being in an abusive environment. But having enough money gives you option to do what? To know when to do what? Say enough is enough. A lot of people are stuck in a situation that they could have walked away because now the situation they feed them. Somebody go choke you. Somebody go hit you, go use powder cover your eyes. You know you have to walk away to leave. But guess what? You will not walk away, because if you walk away, who will pay your bills? Who will rent? You know, of course, you are living in an apartment. Who is going to pay for rent? You cannot sleep on the street. But if you have your money, forget. Anybody where they say money is the root of all evil, that person is evil. You will understand the power of money when you are sick and you go to the hospital and it's, oh, we need to carry surgery on you. However, you need to deposit 1 million. That's when you understand that money cannot buy you everything, but money is one of the most important aspects of human existence. And anytime Jennifer wants to do, celebrate any of her events, and I see a lot of women, I don't know how it gladdens my heart, because to be sincere with you, you need to take your money, invest, whatever that is putting food on your table, that is making you save, that's empowering you financially. You need to take it serious. Anybody, that's what I used to tell my friends, anybody can come for you. Anybody can insult you. But any day somebody insults things that pay your bill, drag that person. The person is your enemy. Anybody that, we can fight, human. But any day somebody, if you're, for instance, let me call spade a spade. You have a husband, you have a boyfriend, you have anybody, and they just wake up one day and say, oh, madam, did I say you go stop this your work? Oh, since you start working, you can no longer take care of the home. Omo, I will leave you. See, to be sincere with you, if someone asks me, choose digital witch and choose marriage, I will choose digital witch. You know why? Because the digital witch is my baby. And apart from the fact it's my baby, it empowers me. And if you don't like me and like digital witch, you are my enemy. I see you as somebody that just, you are attacking me, so that once you see that I'm powerless, that I'm handicapped, then you will unleash your wickedness. That's how I'm going to see it. So if you're a woman, forget, another thing women tend to forget is that some people, when you have conversation with a lot of men, they'll think that having a rich man saves them. The truth is that you can have a rich man, but if you're not smart, if anything happens to that rich man, you are back to square one. So the truth is, you as a woman, the best thing you can do, even if you are currently working, find ways, save money, find way, earn more money, find way, empower yourself with knowledge, and financially, maybe network. I think then find a network, like communities of people of the same mindset. And I think that will be great. Now, I have a lot of questions from people that I think it's high time I pick or I speak from those questions. And I have how many questions here? There are a lot. Jesus. Now, I should say we'll finish this thing today. I have 60-something questions. And to be sincere with you, I'm not sure We can
No,
finish.
don't worry. You don't have to finish. If now you see you know go pack questions. Just pick the ones you are able
So,
to
I'm going to pick. I'm going to randomly pick, but some
exactly.
people
But
took
please,
their
before
time.
we get there, many people we have like almost 500 people on YouTube, and a lot of them have been asking about your community and all. While we dive into the question, is it possible to share, give us the details so we can be sharing for those interested to join?
Okay.
Have
Let
to wait
me.
towards the end.
So I'm going to share my number here. Let me get to.
Send them to me on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I will not
I want to
share with
do
those
that.
on YouTube. Thank you.
I will share the number with you. Then I will share my LinkedIn. I can also share my LinkedIn, right? My LinkedIn, those that want to connect with me on LinkedIn. Then my YouTube, I say YouTube, sorry, not YouTube. My Instagram is Lemonade for now, because my stay on Instagram is like movie. I come and go. Mark can take my account anytime. So I'm not usually proactive over there. I wish to come back, but fear they catch me. Once I show my face so much, Mark will just ban my account and ban my Facebook join. So I decided to separate both accounts, and since both of them are not on the same phone, it is hard to be proactive. Okay, so my VA is already also there. So, but then I'm not sure she's on the YouTube, so I'm not sure how.
No problem. Once I pick
Okay,
it, I will share with our YouTube people. So
okay,
that
yeah,
while they're answering the questions, those interested can even be checking it out and joining on this course.
okay. So okay, I've sent it now. So the
Okay,
question,
great. Let's dive into the questions.
so the question, the first one, let me just start. Let me just give the first person the honor of starting with you. Her name is Cynthia Chidima. She's even my namesake. But she said, do you teach AI automation? Well, we don't teach AI automation as a standalone course, but we teach automation. More like, of course, AI, how you can automate using Zapier. We teach that a lot extensively, and how you can also automate using other tools, right? But we don't teach it. I have some students that teach AI automation as a full course, but in Digital Witch IT support kind of introduces you to everything you want to think about working remotely. So when you join Digital Witch, at the end of our training, that is now when you can, oh, I love automation. Oh, I love virtual assistant. Oh, I want to work in the telehealth. So that's how our IT support is, right? You can learn literally everything. Then maybe when you want to niche down, you can now look for maybe someone that can teach you automation in full. But what you are learning is enough to get, like I just said today, somebody still their class. Their class is graduating maybe in a month's time, but they have started getting jobs already. And that is that. We have also taught Zapier and all of that. The second question is, my question is, if you are to start a fresh intake without a strong financial backup, what would be your, to be sincere with you, I just gave you guys, I didn't see this question when I gave you guys a bit about myself. I did not start with any financial whatever. I just told you I was sitting in the office where they pay me 24K, I'll be 27K. And I started watching YouTube, and that was how I started. YouTube, no laptop, nothing. And to be, the truth is this: when you want to achieve success in life, nothing will stop you. You see that money where you know get, where it is and they stop you. That money will be a motivating factor that will make you to get started. But when you are always looking for an excuse is the easiest thing to get. Everything around you will become an excuse. So you don't need money to start. As long as you have data, because of course, because we are doing online, as long as you have data, or maybe fish through rich web data day, you don't need money to start. The more, because if you go on YouTube, there are lots of resources. But the truth, one of the worst thing that happened to me is, everything I know today, I was literally self-taught. So I didn't have anybody guiding me. It's now that I'm okay that I even have mentors. But when I started, I was just all over the place. I learned how to become, I'm a developer as well. Like I'm literally doing a lot of things. I was learning this, that. I didn't have any direction. So that kind of slowed me down. So instead of me focusing here, do this and do it where I was all over the place learning a lot. But now you have community, you have people who can direct. That's just the only thing, communities like ours and all of that. But in terms of learning without money, you can learn on your own. And me, knowing where I started, I also made our training very affordable. I'm not sure there's anybody that will teach you waiting me and they teach you for 25K. Nobody can ask around. I teach 3 hours to 4 hours 3 times in a week. If you break it down, you are not even paying up to 200 naira per hour. And this is me earning, combined together, I earn almost $40 per hour. So what you pay me to teach you for 2 months is not up to what I earn per hour or half hour. But I'm doing it with all joy. Why? Because I know where I came from, and I want a lot of people like me to be empowered. So if you want to learn, if you don't have money, you can still learn on YouTube, so many other places free. But if you really want to learn, some people don't charge what you cannot afford. Because to be sincere with you, poverty is more expensive. I'm telling you this because I'm honest. To be poor in life is more expensive than anything anybody can charge you for knowledge. Second one, another question is, as a newbie in tech, what advice will you give in order to succeed in the remote space? Another thing most people do that will make you, sorry, let me see. One thing that people do that will make you not to succeed is when you like chasing shadows. A lot of you guys that joined tech recently, you chase clouds, you chase shadows a lot. Somebody, oh, I am currently doing automation, and it is paying me. You want to go and do automation. Or I am doing DevOps, so you want to become a DevOps engineer. You don't have direction. To be sincere with you, skills is not what is paying down. Somebody will ask you now, somebody will list 30 skills and ask you to help them choose one. The honest truth is that most of the time, your skill alone is not what is paying. What is paying is how good you stand out, what you are bringing to the table, and how you can sell yourself. Many of you are even good, but you cannot sell yourself. So one thing that will make you stand out is you learning these skills, learning it well, and also learning how to sell yourself. Nobody go sell you past yourself. So you have to learn how to sell yourself. Because if I know all the things I know and I cannot open my mouth to translate them or tell somebody all this, the person will not know. So I think what you should focus on, if you see it, a skill, and you like it, learn it so well, become so good, then build confidence. You need to build confidence. You need to be able to, and also position yourself. You cannot be wanting to work remotely, and when you go to LinkedIn, everybody on your LinkedIn accounts are living in Ikorodu. So who want to hire you? You have to intentionally network with people who can potentially become your recruiters, your clients, and a lot more. And if you are very good at what you do, you can easily sell yourself through outreach. Monetizing my skills, growing my career in the digital. So I don't know if this is a question. You just said monetizing my skills, growing my career in, I don't know your question. My Upwork account was banned permanently because I communicated with a client outside Upwork, without knowing it is an offense. Do I still have hope for this? The truth is that Upwork is just one of the many places people get job. A lot of my students are no longer focusing on Upwork. In fact, even me myself, the only time I come to Upwork to look, hello, is because I have a job on Upwork, and sometimes I get free connect. But if I'm to start searching for a job, I don't check. Upwork is just one of the many places. LinkedIn, career pages, even different WhatsApp, Facebook groups. There's literally a lot of places you can get job. Upwork is just one out of those many places. And another thing for your account, you can also open another one. You can try using another email, another device, another number, anything. Just make sure that whatever you're using to open the account is different. Another email, another device, and maybe you can change the position of your name. That should work. Or you can have someone else open an account with your details for you. That would also help. Then you can monitor it. But then if your account is permanently bound, you should be able to try it again. Do you get? If you were advising someone starting or repositioning their digital career today, what step-by-step framework would you recommend for choosing the right digital skills? Building expertise, creating personal brands, finding clients, pricing, services, invention, okay, let me start small. When my siblings come to me, I'm going to use my siblings. When they come to me in terms of, building maybe personal brand or starting a skill, I don't like to enforce my own path on people. Because if you ask me, I always say, okay, start IT support, but that might not be your dream. So I usually tell people, what do you really love to do? What interest do you have in? Because there are a lot of skills out there, but what will make you learn this thing faster, also make you be able to position yourself faster, is interest. So if you don't have interest in what you are doing, you might be learning the skill, but you cannot even sell yourself. You cannot be like there's a lot of things that just be going on that be working against you. So take your time. You have ChatGPT, you have yourself, you have internet. Go online, list all those things about you, list your personality. You can talk to ChatGPT and come up with all the things you want, and take ChatGPT to help you select. Then you research. When you research, pick that one that interests you the most. That even if, like me now, in all the things I've ever learned in my life, cloud is my best. Even if I dey sleep and you wake me up, I say, Peters, how do I move these resources from Azure to this? I will do them. I don't need, that's how much I love cloud. So pick something you love, build on it, then you start talking about it. You don't build personal brand by keeping quiet. You talk about something and people get to associate you with something. And when it comes to pricing, some of you use price to, I like when people say, okay, I want to price my word. But sometimes your worth is not something you impose on yourself. Your worth is something you offer. You cannot say, I was talking to students today and somebody say, oh, God, I want to start my own earning from $20 to $40. And I said, as far as I'm concerned, if you see $5 job, better collect. Because in your head, now they tell yourself, I'm worth $20. But the person way they say yourself, give, don't look you finish. No say, I have better options, right? So as you are upskilling yourself, there's level you will get to. People around you will know your work. Like me, if you want to consult me for success management, I'm currently teaching success managers, and my students are doing so perfectly well as a customer success manager. So if my students are doing so as success managers, and you are consulting me, if I tell you you have to pay me 10 million or 5 million, 6 million, you will not be questioning me. Because if you question me too much, I'll say, okay, do you know what? Go to my students. Do you understand? So you have to build your brand to some extent without using price to chase people. Then you get to a point that your brand speaks for itself. Then you can now attach higher value, because that higher value attaching can be measured. Another question is, I took IT support course recently and I'm still job hunting. What can I do to start making money while I wait? The thing is, well, this question is more like exactly what I also told my students today. When last week, Saturday, I taught students itinerary management. Itinerary management is how to book your flights, how to book flights for people, how to book hotels, how to book experiences, how to, everything about traveling, right? This is a skill I teach for those that want to go into Airbnb and all of that, right? So this is more like part of the skills we teach. Now, during this class, I tell my students, you don't wait until you are hired to start making money with these skills. You have friends where they travel, you have work, you have people. You can actually help them book these things and you get paid. And what did these students do? These students, I have the review here. The students said before that Monday to that Saturday to today, we had another class, that she have booked flights for people and she have made 200 and something K. This is her thinking outside the box. So the thing is, some of you want this journey to be either white or black. But I used to tell people the most important thing is that you are earning money. And also, instead of you focusing on dollar job, there are lots of jobs on Jobberman. And with the skills you have, you'll be hot cake. Because the people who are going to Jobberman are people who don't even know all these skills. They just graduated. They are just coppers. They are, job seekers. So if you actually learn all the skills you claim to learn, you go there, you're supposed to be hot cake. One of my colleagues got a job that sponsored her to Malaysia. The job is still sponsoring her children. So she's currently residing in Malaysia. The company didn't pay everything. Her children said, don't go join her for Malaysia. The company said, guess where she got the job? Jobberman. The same Jobberman, a lot of you are, even me, my first ever job, the Microsoft, now Jobberman still get, I told you I had a friend at Jobberman. So if you have skills already, you are good at it then, at those skills, you can offer them as a service. You don't need to wait until somebody hires you. You don't need to wait until somebody hires you. Just think outside the box. But the truth is, a lot of you want to, it's like this or like this. So if it is not coming like this, you go wait tire. But you need to start being creative. Your brain is not for just learning. Your brain needs to be creative. Think outside the box. What can you offer? Somebody saying, I am in Denmark on the right skills to choose. As someone who wants to transition from 9 to 5 remote, how do I? Please, if you are like this, join IT support. Join Digital Witch IT support. That will help you. Almost once you join IT support, you'll be able to, like I said at my initial conversations, you might not even need to move entirely. That's the way they do in your 9 to 5 might just be what's going to enhance and continue in that line and be able to sell yourself better. So join IT support. How can I network with my digital skills? Join communities. When you join communities, like for instance, now Financial Jennifer told you her communities are meeting in Port Harcourt. If you go there now, for instance, you see a lot of, in fact, I feel like 60 or 70% of Financial Jennifer people are Digital Witch students. Because the first time she had her event, I was there, and literally almost everybody there were my students. Yeah. So if you have skills, go to her event, you should be able to meet people you can network with. And if your own kind of networking you want is tech event, there are lots of in March, I was in Enugu. Enugu had one, Enugu Tech, Enugu City, is it tech? I was a speaker there, and there are lots of tech people with. So you have to intentionally source all those events and network. How can I build multiple streams of income? And how can I be part of FinTribe platform? I think this one, Financial Jennifer, I've already told you, is free. On this YouTube, I think she's also going to drop maybe a link on how to join the community. And for your stream of income, you can join Digital Witch if you are ready to learn skills and also how to monetize those skills. Then you should join Digital Witch so that you're able to be making the money and also be investing it while you are at the platform, the FinTribe platform. Which my equi, please, I want to join customer success. I know they give discount for customer success because I want to increase the fee. Actually, I'm charging 80K, and that 80K is nothing for, at the moment we are running 4 months. I'm inviting people to come and speak. And students are packing jobs, so I'm gonna increase it instead. This is not IT support, no this. And it takes a lot of resources to run customer success. Customer success is advanced class. It's not, in fact, one customer success class I paid for last year was $2,800. And the continuation I paid again this year was $3,200 for 4-day class, 4 days, only 4 days. And that they charge 80K to teach you for more than 3 months. You see how easy I make things for you guys? Like that. How can I offer legal services to a global audience? This is why it should be in Digital Witch, because our legal students, there's what we call paralegal VAs. Paralegal VAs, you work in different companies. Companies need someone who is right. Like in my own company at the moment, our lawyer is from the Philippines, and she's responsible for all our customer contracts and a lot more. And she earning trying $50-something per hour, a lot of money. Right? So you as a lawyer, you can join our community, and people like you are the people I was talking to when I said you don't need to stop doing what you are currently doing. at the end of the training, you only use the skills you learned to enhance what you currently do. You can still practice your law. You work with law firms, law agencies as their paralegal VA. You help them with all the things they are doing. Somebody say, on monetizing skills, digital skills, what practical step can someone take to identify and monetize their digital skills, especially if they are just starting? So when you are just starting, then you probably have nothing to monetize. Because if you have something to monetize, like you have skills already, you are not just starting. So if you are, you have all the skills. And when you have skills, like I said, the same way people where they sell physical products like bags, clothes, market their products. That is how you market your products. Your skills are your products. And if you don't market it, nobody know what you are selling. Nobody know what you are offering. So as you are learning, the practical way is as you learn. That's why when you go on LinkedIn, you will see that my students are very proactive on LinkedIn. They're not proactive because they are jobless. They're proactive because that is their own way of strategically positioning themselves. Do you understand? So that is how you somehow market your products and you start monetizing it. So first of all, and sometimes another practical way is when you start talking about what you do, what you know, people start getting to you, those that are interested in all of that, and somehow you start building small community. And sometimes you offer those things for free. But there are a lot of people that after they will ask for more. So they become Oliver Twist. And when they start asking for more, that is how you monetize. You monetize, and before you know it, people will start coming. Do you understand? And when you say, the person says, how do you recommend packaging? I don't know about packaging because to be sincere with you, some Nigerians, depending on the products you are selling though, don't really care about your packaging. Do you understand? A lot of Nigerians sincerely do not care about packaging. What they care about is the outcome. For instance, if the way I get digital with for hair there, I never even package them like 0%. But people, in a month, some months we trained 5,000 students in a month. And I've not even packaged digital the way I want. I don't even package anything. I've not even packaged. So at the end of the day, it's not about packaging, it's about outcome. So start first. Packaging can happen in between. As you start doing whatever you're doing, packaging can happen. As you are achieving success, then you can start packaging. Somebody asked, what mindset shifts are necessary? Okay, let me see if it's one question. I think this is one question. On scaling and sustaining, how do you know when it is right time to scale from one income stream to several? Almost like I said, you don't need to wait. If you are waiting to know when, that time that will be when, might be when the other first stream of income will no longer be there, or maybe when that one is shaking. Someone like me now, there's a new responsibility I have. I'm always thinking, how do I get this responsibility sorted out without it impacting my salary? Oh, I want to travel and I want to buy a new handbag. How do I buy this handbag that is so expensive without using my salary? That's how I think. That is how I live my life. So in case you see me spending unnecessarily, just be rest assured that I got a job for that reason. Anytime I want to travel, I plan early. I get a part-time job, and every money I make from that part-time job, I already know what I want to use it to buy. So you don't wait until you are almost broke before you can say, okay, maybe it is time for me to scale, or maybe it is time for me to invest, or it is time for me to get if your system can handle 3, 4, 5 stream of income. In fact, in Nigeria, if you have 3 stream of income you see the stats, never even starts. That's how bad the economy is. Somebody say, how can communities like FinTribe support women in sustaining and growing their digital businesses? So I don't know for FinTech, but I know that she's doing a lot of inviting people to. Then there's this training we are running for businesses. No, we are going to run in September, in August, September. It's just going to be a 2-day training. And 5 businesses start the chance to win 1 million naira each. It's just going to be a 2 days training, and you are going to be, the focus is customer service. So learning customer service for vendors, how you can use customer service as a strategy to sustain and retain your customer, using customer service as a retention strategy, having your, because a lot of us, you are into business, but you don't know how to set boundaries. You don't know how to talk to customers. You don't know how to know when to, stop talking and all of that. So we are going to train you on customer service, all the practical aspects of customer service. Then the second days, you are going to learn how to create AI videos for your business, to run your ad. And we're also bringing somebody to teach you how to run social media ad. All these things is going for 10K. You learn, and you also get to meet other business owners. So, when you find we have a target for that training, and our target for that training is 10,000. So imagine you being a community of 10,000 vendors like yourself, right? So if you're in a community of 10,000 vendors like yourself, and they sell product, what do they say when you go sold out? So, and I don't know you, the person that asked this question. So if you join, and you might be lucky to be one of those people that win 1 million. You cannot tell, but we already know that 5 people are going to win 1 million. Business support. Last year, I was giving business support to small businesses on Facebook every month, sometimes 2 people in a month, like that. I think December, I think one person won 1 million on December. The last person that won, I think person got like 1 million. So, but this time around, we are going to use this training. Train as many people as we can on customer service. This is for vendors or intending vendors and all of that. So if you're interested in that course, just reach out to the number Jennifer will share, and you can register. We have started registration for that one. Another question, someone said, I am a practicing nurse. What way can I monetize my knowledge as a side hustle? Please join our training. Today, what we taught is telehealth. Telehealth is what a lot of nurses in our community do. So the same way, you're already a nurse, so you're not coming to learn how to become a nurse. You're already a nurse. You're just learning tools that will help you to work virtually as a nurse. You work in a telehealth. I currently work in a telehealth industry as well. So you work in a telehealth industry where you support patients virtually, maybe, booking appointments, managing there's a lot of things. Those things where they do as a nurse, you can do some of them virtually. So if you are looking at working virtually, then you should be joining us, learning all those ones. I've taught science to secondary school students for over 25 years. My students, like me, even though I am tough but fair, they have begged me to be on social media, especially since I also tell them stories of my experience in very tough schools. I have previously taught, I'm trying to understand what you're writing though. I've also learned how to make organic body care products, and since 2013, have not bought soap or notion elsewhere. People who have used my product love them, but I am a terrible salesperson. I end up giving them away for free. I also cook, but rather unconventionally, such as I have voice that guide me as I cook, not a recipe. And okay, the end. I'm trying to get the point you ask your question. I also come from a family with lots and lots of drama. I also love to do research. I love AI. I have paid subscription for about 6 different AIs. How do I harness all this to create profitable digital income since I'm very shy? So now, if you like AI, you say you create stories or you do your science. What about teaching science using AI? You can be creating Faceness YouTube, teaching your science or creating stories. Since you're also from a dramatic family, you can create a Faceness YouTube using your family stories or dramas to create stories. I think in your own, you really have a lot of things you can monetize. And since you're a shy person, just do things with your AI. And of course, those things will end up being monetized. And
Is it me? Please, can anyone hear her?
Can you guys hear me?
No, we lost you for some seconds. It seems the network is shaky.
Can you guys hear me now? I know.
We can hear you now. Yes, we can.
I think Ekwi's network is really breaking. Good to see here, Ekwi. A lot of digital incidents are part of FinTribe, just like me. Of course, now, I too like money. Let's hope that Ekwi's network comes back. So I hope you are seeing the contacts we shared. Ekwi shared her WhatsApp line for those that would want to join her community. Highly recommended. And I said she gave us discount, right? So normally her class is 25,000 naira, and trust me, you can never get it anywhere. But because you're a FinTribe woman, she said that if you join, you'll be paying 20K. That's this week, oh, not forever, right? So thank you so much, Eki, for the discount. Let's hope she's able to come back. Joy, over to you, please.
If she locks out, she will not be able to come back again. Hello, everybody. Sorry, it seems our guest speaker was logged out due to network, so we are reaching out to her to see if she can join back. Please hold on.
Hi. While we wait for Epi to come back, how is it going? I particularly love how she started with her own story. Like, trust me, I said it even before she joined that if there is anybody that you want to be inspired by, is Epi. See how she started, and today she's our madam. I'm trying to see if she will still join us. So please stay tuned. She'll be back to continue the questions. But like I said, you should join her community. Trust me. She already said most of our, I think almost everybody that works in FinTribe has gone through her program. I just love it because the skills they teach beyond, you can use it here in Nigeria, you can use it to work abroad. We have some of our team members that are earning in dollars. They don't be my mates, but still, and some of them have gone through her program, right? So please feel free to I don't know if Joy, please reshare the contact, their WhatsApp contact. Oh, sorry, she's trying to join. Please, Ewo, we've masked out. Oh my God. FinTribe team, any FinTribe team here, aside from Joy, please kindly exit so that she can join. I beg you. Can somebody leave to join on YouTube? The YouTube link is limitless. Please. Okay, somebody has joined. Hey. Let me see. I'm telling her to join now. That's all now. They enjoy this class. Okay. Hey, we are hotting. The digital winch is hotting. Amazing. And we have like, I think 500. Oh my God. Another person has joined. No. Let me see. Okay, please, if you're able to, please can somebody leave and join on YouTube so that she can join? I beg you. The YouTube is let me see. Hey, God. I'll remove somebody. Please, FinTribe team, aside from Joy, if you are here, kindly exit so that our host can join.
I love it. I'm ambitious. I know where I want to be. You understand? But sometimes I decide to continue.
This is serious. So
video, or
it keeps. Please now, you should please now help us. Okay, Joy, can you drop the YouTube link on the chat so that people can just follow the YouTube and exit here in case if they don't have us. Oh, thank God, Holy Spirit, our teacher is back. Equi International, the only lady single-handedly turning Nigerian youth to millionaires. Let me make you co-host. Okay, you're co-host back. I think this is the hottest class we've had this year, if I'm right. Our last cases, I don't think it was this massive. We have over 500 people live, and I know thousands more are still going to tune in. Thank you so much for sharing so much value. Over to you, Ma. Is your class? Let me mute myself and.
When you talk this manner, I go like make they come up for this your invite. No, they just me like that. So, I think I was reading your questions. Let me open my slide again. Just a moment. I think I was reading your questions when I was kicked out. Okay. I'm trying to find my question slide. Just a moment, let me open it again. I was actually responding to somebody. So what happened was that my estate sent a message that they want to change over. And because I was on this call, I didn't know what was happening. Let me just get the file. Okay, so the questions, somebody's saying, what are the digital skills required to land remote job? Will there be discount for FinTribe? They have already given you guys discounts. We said you should pay 20K instead of 25K. This is giving discount, they prepare my body because I have actually trained more than 160,000 individuals, and I see they ask for discounts. At this point, you guys need to understand that I'm currently doing a charity work, but then it's what it is. Because if I train you and you are working, it simply means you're no longer my target. So my target audience still remain no income earners. So they still need discount. So I understand that part. So for skills, as long as you are open to learning, we naturally offer skills that is beginner friendly. And recently, we also introduced another free IT support class. This one I'm partnering with someone. So the person will teach you everything you need to learn so that you make your IT support journey seamless. In case you don't know how to use your laptop, you have a laptop, you don't know how to use it. You don't know how to use your phone for online learning experience or anything at all those small softwares that like Zoom or a lot more, this person will teach you. And I always advise people who do not know how to use anything at all to join her class before our own start. She should have started registration, and that one is 10K. So if you're interested for that one, you can still reach the number here and she will direct you to the person. And already that one is 10K. And when you join her own training, what that means is that any problem you have with my own training, she will also help you. So it reduces the stress on you. Because in as much as IT support is beginner friendly, there are still people who are not beginners already that will join. And what that means is that they'll be running so fast. And if they're running so fast, you'll be overwhelmed. You'll be overwhelmed, and sometimes you'll be like, oh, this will not be for me, and you give up. But when you take her own class, one, all those times that you'll be lagging behind, you will use the opportunity, you meet up with other people who are also fast. Then if you lack any information, you still go back to her and she will explain. I think it's more like using one stone to kill multiple birds. So I always advise people, if you are not good at anything computer or learning online, or or you want to also build your own small accountability partners, join her class before us. It will help you a lot. And even if you have joined IT support already, you're waiting for the next class that will start. From next week now, I'll start posting her class, that you should join her class, so that will give you needed learning experience that will help you to ensure that our own, because all these people who are getting internship opportunities, jobs already, most of them are coming from our side. So it means that they are more like pre-exposed to the training, and they are not coming to me to struggle again. In terms of skills you need to learn, any skills you are learning online can be monetized. And like I said before, it's not about, because some people be like, oh, I have to be a developer before I earn money. I'm not a developer, and I'll tell you for free, as long as you're a developer in this Nigeria, you're a developer in this Nigeria, the possibility of me earning way more than you is there, and I'm not a developer. I learn a lot of developers who are still in my training, and is the skills that they learned in my community that is what is earning them dollars. So it's not about the skills you have, it's about you being able to sell that skill. But somebody may want to hire you and they ask you, can you tell me about yourself? And you know, Sabi, sell yourself. So how are you now going to convince the person to hire you? So it's not just the skill, any skill where you get, but that is how to, in fact, in my community, there's somebody, her job is to wake up an Oyibo woman every day. She, their morning, US morning is our afternoon. So her job is to call this woman our afternoon, make sure that she take her medicine, make sure that all the things she's expected to do that day, she follows to, just like that, $15 per hour. Just on WhatsApp call, do like that for the entire day. Finish. So there's no kind of job you will not get online, but you have to be what? Be ready to be proactive. Somebody said, what is the most effective way to transition from traditional? Okay, I've answered that. How can I create an online store to sell digital products? You can check Shopify. Shopify is the commonest, and it will save you from a lot. They have ST, they have Amazon, but I think the one that is generally global and easy to use is Shopify. Unless you are talking about other kind of digital products, you can use your Nextdoor, you can use Seller to do all of that. As the topic goes, how do I monetize my skills, earning dollar and then digital skill? Please, all these people should come and join Digital Week. I think that Digital Week will just help you with all these ones. Don't have it. Please, how do I start earning a living? I'm 40. Okay, I thought you said, I want to say you're 40. I'm 41. I have been out of uni for over 12 years now, raising kids. Right now, I feel, please join Digital Week. So now, I want to show you guys something. I don't know if I can share my screen. Let me know if I can share my screen. Okay, I can. I want to show you guys one of my students.
Before you get into that, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Emma, yes. So please, we have one question here. When is your next customer success class starting?
Is in August, but registration is ongoing. We close registration once I have limited people we take. So once we get limited number, the number we need, we stop taking registration. But anybody interested can register now, because we have already started registration already for next one. Now, I want to show you guys Upwork. So now, I want to know let me know if I can use her name. I don't know if this is her name. And let me put Nigeria and change it to talents. You guys can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can. We can.
Okay, because I'm not seeing it showing. So I want to search for somebody. This person is 50 something years, and she's my student, and she's a teacher. She's a teacher before she joined us. I think she had retired, and at the moment, she currently, this is not the person. She currently have, I don't know if this is, let me know if I think her name, I don't know if her name have to. This one is my student as well. You can see she's customer success. She's currently in our ongoing customer success manager. But the person I'm looking for, all these people you are seeing here are our students. Look at the woman I'm looking for. Can you see her here? Can you see the woman I'm looking for? Can you see how much you have earned?
Yes, we can see 50K. 50K. Wow.
50K. What is she doing? Instructional designer, ASL tutor, engaging. She's also currently in our customer success. And she's in this community with her children. She's not a small person. I think her last card is maybe all those 20 or 20 something to tell you she's not a small person. And she's doing absolutely well. I don't need to tell you anything about her anymore because at least you can see her here. 60K. Let me know if I open her account, you see how many jobs she have worked on and how many active jobs she still have. A teacher. She was just an ordinary teacher before she joined. See how many
He's
jobs
actually here in this meeting.
Oh, she's here. I think, oh, she's here. You see, I know Sabi lie. So in case you are 40, you are still very young. You left school 12 years ago. You don't be like, say me, my own 12 years, don't they? I don't pass 12 years while I left school. I don't know. I left school to 2014. You don't reach 12 years. I don't know. I don't sabi count. So what I'm saying is, most of all these people, this person is Minicent too. So most of all these people you see here are started their journey from digital witch. Most of them. So sometimes if I want to, maybe when I feel sad, and I feel like maybe I'm not doing a lot, or maybe I just feel so sad, I just go on Upwork and search for, I just put something like virtual assistant or just put in Nigerians, and I'll start seeing list of my students. And I'll be like, Equitos, you have actually left your name in the sands of time. Because to be sincere with you, I don't believe it myself that I'm digital witch. Yeah. Sometimes I have to remind myself now you be digital witch because it's not easy to see people who started from scratch with you to earn this much. I can list the number of my students that have been able to sponsor themselves. In fact, almost all the people I know on Facebook that were able to relocate to the UK in the last 4 years are all products of digital witch. How were they able to raise their money? Remote work. So your age when it comes to working remotely is just a number. My manager is currently 72. She's a grandma. In fact, her last child is my age mate. And this woman does her job so well. Like last week, I had a meeting with her. I didn't know when I told her, do you know that I'm so proud of you? That I don't know how to explain it, but each time I have a call with you, I feel so, should I say, challenged. Because you need to hear this woman talk. She's 7, before she started freelancing, she just retired from normal government service. Like she's in the US. She retired as a normal person, retired everything. Then she started remote work. She's so good at her job. She's old. All she does now is just earn in dollars and travel the world. So 40, I'm 30 something. So before you know it, I'm also 40. And I will not say because I'm not 40, so I'm not capable of, doing any of that. It's not. I just feel you just need to challenge yourself. So kindly challenge yourself. And sometimes it's also hard when you have kids. So I wanted to show you guys a woman that just shared her review with me today. She have a child, she registered for digital witch, she registered the child as well. The child is like 16, 17. So she was just pushing the child to learn with her. And now She that is the mom is struggling, but the child has gotten a job. Do you understand what I'm saying? The child have gotten a job and the child is working. So the goal is remove age from what you are doing as long as you are learning. There are people like you in the community. So you use those people, build your confidence around them, collaborate with them, and you'll be motivated. You know, there's this woman, a lot of my students know the woman already. She's a young girl, she's less than 30, and she's currently a widow. But when she joined us, she was not a widow though. She was just a young girl, but she doesn't know how to use a laptop. She learned how to use a laptop in our community. And how did she learn? When the class started, she will carry her husband laptop and meet people, students in community that stays in her location. Like she stays in Oka, she will carry her laptop, go and meet them somewhere in Oka, like they meet up, physical meet up. And they will teach anything I teach in the class, they will teach her physically. That was how she did until we graduated. She's young, she was like 20 something then, but she's a mother of maybe 5 kids or 4. And she got a small job. From getting a small job, she gets something bigger. Before, you know, her husband was killed sometime, a young man. And at the moment, as a widow, she's taking good care of her children. She has built a duplex. She built a duplex from the money she's making from freelancing. The same money she's making from freelancing, she's taking care of her kids. Like if you see this person now, the last time she's in my customer success class. So when we were talking and I heard her voice, I said, now you get this voice, because she now speaks like Oyibo. Her job is customer service. So she now, because she talks with Oyibo people a lot, she speaks like Oyibo. This is someone that doesn't know how to use a laptop when she joined us. So this is just you challenging yourself. And the way the community is going, if you're in Lagos or other states, they organize physical meetups. So in case you are disencouraged, you can always meet people like you physically. You guys challenge each other, collaborate with each other, and a lot more. Minicent, I don't know whether I the one why I just showed now. I beg no verse here. May not come beat me. I was expecting you in this class. I just say in this class, I said, God, this man come beat me today. I hope you're not sad. Minicent is everywhere. I cannot even breathe again. Anywhere I go to, Minicent will be there. Minicent. I cannot even Minicent to buttress any points, because anywhere I go, they will talk say she's there, she's there. Oh my sweet Jesus. Anyway, I think she needs to create a community of older women, because sometimes it's as if she and few others in my community are the only ones that are hyper pumped, right? I think at this point of her career, it's high time she creates more like a community for women from 40 and above that want to repackage themselves and go into freelancing, because there are some things that I'm not a mother, so there are some things that people like me will not understand. So she's a mother, she have taught, she have done a lot, she'll be in a better space to, you know, manage those people. So I think it's high time. You don't reach or you don't reach. She just needs to push herself. How do I find a physical learning academy to acquire a digital skill that's affordable? What digital when it comes to physical, I don't know much about physical space. And when the one I know is maybe AppTech, but AppTech is for core tech, developer, and all of that, like strong courses. And when you are also learning physically, just know that if you learn physically finish, that's the way they run. You will still meet them, unless you know how earn in dollars. But if you want to earn in dollars, you have to work online. And if you want to work online, you have to start learning online, because you cannot be learning physically and want to translate the knowledge online. It may be very, very hard or not possible. So the easiest thing you can do is learn. As you are learning online, you are getting people, like I said, the other person understand what she needed, and she was the one pushing for physical meetup. In Lagos, we have our students are like those in Agor, Festac, and Co. They are meeting almost every Saturday. So you go there, and all of them are going with their laptops. You see them learning physically. So things like that work as well, right? Because if you say physical academy, I don't know much about physical academy, and at the end of the day, what you're also going to learn there will not help you to work online, because they will not teach you what you need to work online. They are going to teach you just skills. And when you are done, you start struggling again. Another person is asking how to get manage multiple stream of incomes as a customer service rep. If one, as a customer service rep, you can either get multiple jobs, or you can also invest. You know, I think for people who are making a bunch of money, I think investments is the best. If, for instance, if I have plenty money and Jennifer is teaching you guys to invest in treasury bill, imagine, you know, there's how Jennifer taught treasury bill. I think when me and her met, she said something that, and since then I have never forgot. She said treasury bill is where maybe you have plenty money and you want to buy a car. I'm trying to explain the way me I understood it, Sha. You want to buy a car, but you don't want to use your own personal money to buy a car. So what do? You carry that your plenty money, invest in treasury bill, because they're going to pay you your interest upfront. You collect that your interest and buy a car. Your real money is capital still there. So after the duration of the whole bill, whatever investment, you go and collect your capital. I see you did not spend your money and you still bought your car. So things like that, when each time I think about it, I just feel this is how rich people get richer. You know, you won't buy house, you carry all the plenty money where you get, give person, collect interest, buy house, your money still there. So if you already have things paying you money, you can use investment as your second or three or whatever stream of income. But if you can do multiple jobs like us, then you can as well, you know, do multiple jobs. Or because sometimes customer service not they too pay. So like me, I'm not sure I can handle multiple jobs anymore. You know, I'm not getting that young. So what do? I upgraded myself. By this time next year, I should be looking at becoming a customer success director. And if I become a customer success director, I know how much I'm going to be earning. So I don't need to be doing 30 jobs. I can do one job, but that job should be able to pay me well enough. So you as a customer service person, I think you should consider joining customer success, because you are already in a customer facing. Instead of you any small 500, 1,000, you can earn like 4K, 5K. That is a lot of money. Somebody's asking how to manage, or how can one scale your field? I don't believe there's any saturated field. You know, that is one thing I never believed in, because if you believe that something is saturated, already is in your mindset, and whenever you get rejected or you blame it on saturation. But have you actually thought about doing something that will get you stand out? Like, you need to be stand out. When people say virtual assistant is saturated, anybody that tells you that virtual assistant is saturated simply do not know the meaning of virtual assistant. I just showed you many cents, Abby. Most of all those things she's doing can be done under the umbrella of what? Virtual assistant. If I show you my Upwork, that's what I'm doing. This is my Upwork account. Okay, I'm out. What I'm doing on Upwork can also be done under the umbrella. So virtual assistant is just a general name covering everything we do online, right? Now, when somebody says virtual assistant saturated, ask the person, I bet which area of virtual assistant is saturated. Because as a core tech person, as long as you're working virtually or assisting someone virtually, you're still a virtual assistant. So the truth is that there is something that is saturated. What is saturated is your own level of understanding, your knowledge now is saturated. Where you stop, now where another person starts. So if you know your onion and know it well, now people suppose they rush you. There's level of brand or skill set you will build. You don't even need to do much. Now people go they rush you. You understand? And it's high time you guys stopped listening to people. Because when you listen to all these noises, oh, this one is saturated, this one is saturated. Those people, when they tell you say it is saturated, they'll be making money. But your mind will be like, oh, why should I do this with saturated? You are the one losing a lot of things on the table, because more people, more stakeholders are going into business, and they still need people to support them. And who are the people? You. So nothing is saturated. Just anything where you want to do, pick it and do it well. Once you're able to do it well, be rest assured you make money. I have tried many online models, but no works for me. Hello, what am I doing wrong? I don't know what you are doing wrong, but I don't know. And I also do not know what you have tried that is not working. But one thing I know is that if you're ready to achieve success, because many of you, like I said, many of you, you're only interested in quick money. And if I've ever spoken to me and asked me, how long will it take me to start any money from digital, I'll tell you, I don't give job, I don't guarantee jobs. That's how I respond to that question. And joining digital, which is not a get rich quick venture. Joining digital, which is what, is not a get rich quick venture. You have to learn. In fact, some people think that coming to my class, ask Millicent now, she did customer success. Some people think like coming to any of my classes like going back to school, and it is. Because you have to invest yourself in learning. When you don't learn finish, then you now have a product to offer somebody. Now, many of you, when you join a learning, 1 month, 2 months, you never get a job. The next thing, you jump to another one. Then in your own counting, you have counted that one model. Another one, 2 weeks later, I never get success, 2 model. Yeah, but that is not how it works. Sometimes you have to, learning is continuing. You build it up like blocks. I get to a point, okay, there's a boy, I shared his review. So, please, you need to follow me on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Equitos Nam Adan Suka. That is my name on Facebook. So you need to follow me so that I read some of these things I'm posting so that you know that I don't lie. And you read them yourself. So that this guy, he's in my customer success class. And before he joined customer success, he was already in IT support, the beginner one. So he graduated from IT support, joined customer success. And he has seen a lot in life. He told his story. And, I shed a small tears like that. And when in spite of all of this, he's the most proactive student I've ever seen. If I go to LinkedIn now and show you his LinkedIn page, you will understand what I'm saying. He's the most proactive student I've ever seen. He took our IT support last year. He didn't, based on his life journey and story, he got a sales job, but it wasn't that serious. Did that stop him from joining customer success? No. He joined customer success with the same energy, attitude that is either I'm getting this job, is either I'm achieving success or I'm achieving success. There is no but, there is no negativity. And as I'm talking to you, he just got a job paying $25,000 annually and with other benefits. Just this morning again, he reached out to me that another job don't enter. One person. So sometimes you need to invest yourself in learning. Stop running hater-skater. Stop being, I used to call them olosho skills. Olosho skills is when you are oloshoing one skill, another skill, you are all over the place. To you, you'll be counting it as failure. But if I ask you one question, this skill now, where it does don't they learn. If I ask you one question in one of those skills, or I ask you, can you tell me about yourself in that one of the skills, you will see that you will flop because you are not an authority in at least one. So invest your time, learn. That's why I told people, my students, the best time to learn skills is not when you are down, when your next meal is dependent on that skill you are learning. More like, oh, I'm learning this skill so that I'll be able to eat tomorrow. If I don't get a job with this skill tomorrow, I'll go. That is the worst time to learn. Because you are learning, instead of you investing in learning, enjoying the moment, exploring your own experience, you are pressuring yourself. And once that success is not being achieved immediately, you'll start losing interest. But that's not the best time to learn is when everything they okay for you. They work, your business they normal. You are just learning this, like me, all the skills I'm currently learning now, I'm just having fun. I'm not learning because I want to make money with them. I'm not learning but I know that someday they will just come handy like any other skills I've had. So in case you are making money now, this is the best time for you to learn. Invest in your learning experience. Ekwe, how can I start making money through digital skills? By applying for a job, by selling yourself, by offering your services, by, in case you want to know where to apply for Jobberman, Upwork, LinkedIn, career pages, HubSpot staff, Facebook groups. X group, there's a lot of places. But I love Upwork career pages more than Outreach. Need to know how to tap financial education and earn money online remote. Oh, we have talked about that. How do I build an engaging products that really bring value to my clients? Also, how do I market and get people to see value in what? Like I said, the best time to build a product is when you have built people or when you have a target audience. So many of you don't have target audience for your products. You just go out, oh, I just want to build a product. But the best way to offer a product or sell a service is take your time educating people. When you're educating people, you are to some extent you build your personal brand. After building your personal brand, or you're just educating people, or you're just doing your stuff, you get to get people who might be interested in what you are offering close to you. So at some point, you start offering this as a service. That's one way to monetize your skills or sell what you have. Another way is to, like, okay, I think this one already covers that. You being able to target the right audience for the product. Ekwi, how do I combine job hunting continuous learning, staying visible by making posts, and replying to you cannot reply to a comment. You hardly see me reply to comment. Like, there is no way on earth I only reply comment, and because I don't want to offend anybody, I decide not to reply to any comment at all, because some people now think that we are replying to some people's comments and you don't like them. That is why you're not replying to their own comments. So I'm not replying to anybody. I only reply the one that's direct. There are some like maybe, oh, how do I join Digital Witch? And hey, I can reply, oh, Ekwi, you look beautiful today. Ekwi, I love your hair today. I just it's not like I don't want to reply you, but somehow I have 1,000 comments and I cannot reply 1,000. That is like my full day job, right? So because I don't want it to look like, oh, I have people I love and I have people I hate, I just do what? I will just, go my way. Just drop my post, go. So you can't divide yourself. I understand your angle you're coming from. But if you are really job hunting, you know how to segment your expectations. Oh, you more like, oh, 2 hours every day or 1 hour every day, I can just apply for 2, 3, 5, 6 jobs. You can make a post. Like me, I make a post when I am naturally, sorry, somebody asking, let me share my Facebook page with Jennifer so that she can post it here.
I've shared it, ma. I've posted it.
Okay, thank you. So sometimes the way I make my post on Facebook, sometimes people like, hi, Ekwi, hi, how come you are busy? You are on Facebook. The truth is that how I make posts on Facebook is that as I'm talking to you guys, see the way I just said, let me just get my link. As I'm talking to, I'll be in the class teaching, and I just hit my head. I'll just say, student, hello. Can I just give me a moment? And I'll just drop my post. And I moved on. That's why I check my wall. Most of my posts, they get errors a lot. Sometimes it be like, this girl goes school because I get busy. Maybe, and some people that Equitas is like this, it's not like this. I will not come by maybe 3, 4 hours later to come and see their comment. I will not go and edit. It's because I'm busy when I was typing that. And I've accepted my fate because, like I said, I cannot divide myself. I only do, so my own social media usage is not like every other kind of a social media person. I do my social media as I'm busy working. Social media is for me is where I just come and cool off. That's why I say when people drag me on social media, they make me laugh sometimes because to me, all those things ends on Facebook. It doesn't get to me. I'm fucking busy. I'm too busy to do a lot. And I think you should also, focus your energy on the things that matters. At this point, do you have enough money? If you have enough money, maybe applying for a job is not your priority. But if you need a job, spend more time applying for a job, and other time growing yourself. Then if you want to make a post, make 1 or 2 posts, strategic. Even when you are learning, you can make those posts and focus. In terms of replying comments, you don't have to. Seriously. How long does it take to raise funds to start up business? I don't know how long it takes to raise. I don't know where you're raising your fund from. So I don't know how long it will take you. But like I said, if you're a vendor, you can join our customer service training for vendors, you may be lucky to win that 1 million naira. One of my auntie don't tell me to make I give her, she's a vendor. I said, see, I'm not known to be do mago because all the time I give people money, Chiduto will be any witness. Now Chiduto and other unknown people, they pick the people. She's here. I have never for once picked person. Oh, this money I want to use as sports business. I have never picked people because I want to sleep well at night. I want to sleep knowing that I'm not cheating anybody and I'm not doing anything to jeopardize my name. So I sleep well. So what do? I quickly enforce people, oh, help me select the winner for this. If the people wish it, sometimes they select people I don't like. But because I still want to make sure that I'm not the one I'll just give it to those people. But you might be lucky, like I said, 5 million. If you win 1 million, that is a lot, depending on the kind of money you're trying to raise anyway. How I impute digital skills? I don't know. Sense. How impute? I don't understand your English. What stream of income to have alongside healthcare? Like I said, you can join digital wage, focus on offering or going into telemedicine VAs or you can offer other services. I think you just need to think outside the box. I don't know what your feed looks like, but I feel like there might be people who need your services. There are things that Nigerians don't really offer. Something like mobile health, health, like prescriptions. Have you thought about being a middleman between individuals that cannot necessarily go to buy medicine and pharmacists? More like, or doctors, maybe when doctors prescribe drugs to people, you really want to go to pharmacy, get those drugs, then dispatch it to those. This is services anybody can offer. And I've never seen a Nigerian that offer that. But these are things people offer online, actually. Most of all this telehealth, that is what they do. They offer those kind of services. How to use digital to promote my business by creating content, by running ads, running ads, creating content, talking about your products. Can also use influencers or things like that. Please, I would like to know how to read. Okay, I want to join customer success next. You can chat the number that I'll be sharing. Chat Chidoto and she will send you to somebody that will add you to customer success, or you can reach out to me directly. Which platform are the best to project your digital products? Okay, ebook, I think Amazon, maybe Seller, Nestouch. I just figured Nestouch recently. How can a person give equal attention? Somebody say, how can I, as a person, give equal attention to side jobs and a full-time? See, gone are those days when we started digital week, people will be like, remote work is my side hustle. Now, remote work is not what anybody has. Remote work is not my side hustle, it's my main hustle. It's my main job. Right? My remote company have taken me to Turkey, taking me to Montenegro, taking me to last year I was in Malaysia, right? So which other 9 to 5 in Nigeria that will take me like that? My remote job, in fact, my remote job is funding my lifestyle, right? The bonuses I get from being a customer success manager fund my lifestyles. So which other one is like, and again, another thing I don't understand is say our remote job to 9 to 5. I hope you know. In as much as time zone differs, but I'm still 9 to 5 because me, I work US 9 to 5. But if your own type of 9 to 5 is like Nigerian 9 to 5, and the question is your Nigerian job and your remote job, if my Nigerian job, they pay me 200K. And in fact, in one of my remote job, what I earn every day, like every day from one of my remote job, every day I earn 200 and something dollars. You can convert it in Naira from one, in one of my remote job. So imagine if I have one remote job that's paying me like that in a day, and I have Nigerian job paying me like that in a month, and they're asking me how to add a increase. I don't use the Nigerian job clean face. So, my dear, remote job is now your main hustle. You dump it. Dump that Nigerian job. If you are scared of what of if the remote job they can't sack you? If they sack you, you find another one. The only time you are scared of being sacked is when you are limited on skill sets. Someone like me, I'm never, for those that know me, I'm never scared of being sacked. In fact, anytime they sack me, if I don't get job the next week now, because I want rest. When I'm done resting and I'm back fully in the job market, give me 2 weeks. Because I have a lot of skills to offer. I'll just twerk it small like this. I'm hot cake. That's why skill acquisition, I don't play with skill acquisition. I can pay any amount for any skills. That's why when some of you say, oh, 30K, 40K is too much, I understand if you don't have the money. But one thing is that even when I was broke, when I was working at Microsoft, the only thing I was able to achieve in my life was paying my siblings' school fees, saving 1,000 naira every day on piggy vest, and eating food once in a day. Every other money goes to me paying for all those certifications I was talking about. And sometimes I cannot even afford to pay for those certifications. So people on Facebook, we sometimes pay for my certification. That's to tell you how serious I take, because I have asked I don't get uncle, I don't get auntie. My papa can't die. I don't get anybody go help me. Only me go help myself. And how do I help myself? Something just keep telling me that the only way I can help myself is by learning skills. Like sometimes I hear words, right? And each time I hear those words, I try to do exactly what, even this digital which I'm running, I didn't just wake up and start on digital which I heard it clearly. And I said it on Facebook that I heard it clearly. Do this. Do you understand? So if you pay attention to those kind of words, the Holy Spirit can easily direct you toward your life. Now, how can I build multiple? I've answered this question. I am in Denmark. Okay, I am in a Denmark on the right skills to choose as someone who wants to transition. Okay, you don't have to be in Denmark, like I said. Go with what interests you. Spend time researching. There are a lot of skills out there. Which one interests you the most? What is that thing that, even if, this is how I tell my siblings, like now, holiday won't start and they will soon come back from school. And I'll be like, okay, some of them already know what they want to learn. The ones who don't know what they want to learn now, when they ask me, I'll tell them, what is that thing that you will learn? And if in 1 year you have not made money from it, you will not regret learning it. So, and once they tell you, or once you know that thing, you will learn now. And if in 1 year you have not made money, you will still be proud of yourself that you at least you learned this thing. And not just only that, you will still invest yourself in doing so well at it, then go for it. Because sometimes interest may not be enough, or money may not be enough, and all of that. They may not come as expected. But what will sustain you is the motivation you had. Right. So another person is asking, I took IT support course recently and recently what can I do to start making money while, okay, I think I'll answer this. If you are advising someone starting or repositioning their digital career today, what's okay? So guys, I think I've answered almost all their questions. Right? I can't see. I think I've answered almost all the questions. Yeah. So I think I've answered the question. Unless you have physical questions there, you can ask. I can give you guys maybe 10 more minutes. That's like 2 hours.
These points, ladies and gentlemen, could you please come to the comment section and appreciate AP? Like she's been talking for like 2 hours straight without holding back. Thank you so much, ma'am. Let me check our people on YouTube, how they are doing. And nobody is leaving. We still have like 500 people here. Una too like money here. Oh. Let's see. Thank you so much, Mama. I can see somebody said, let me see. Yeah, we need to release a quiz. So talking for like 2 hours, and she has been in the class earlier today. We have been sharing the contact details because you don't live here without joining her community and all. I don't even know the reason why she still keeps it at that price, but Equi, God bless you. And she went further to give us extra discount. So as you're reaching out to them, just tell them you're from Fin Tribe, right? You're paying only 20,000 naira. That's if you join them this week, oh, not next month. You come and say you're looking for discount. No, that's if you take up.
But next month, I beg, you're not from Fin Tribe. Oh. I don't forget this thing what I present today for next month. Make an online give you now.
Yeah, you both supported. Okay, thank you so much, Mama. And we really appreciate you. Let me see if our people, please, how can a HR professional I believe all of this has been covered in one way or the other, right? They don't have to specifically mention your own industry, but from the different things she has been saying here, if you listen properly, I believe you picked something. And of course, the replay is going to be live. Someone said, I'm outside the country. How do I benefit? Your own is
This our
even
training is virtual. Like our training, like I'm just mentioning that UK. The truth is, in my class, I have more UK students in some, like in DevOps, we have more UK students, Canada students, because these are like the kind of skills that are sellable over there. Like, especially those of them that are always looking for jobs that will keep them in the UK. You need to go deeper. Like, you need to have core tech skills. So those ones. Then, so if anywhere you are, as long as you can, because the classes are recorded. So if you miss the live section, maybe because of time zone alignment, classes are recorded, and we also organize tutorials in the evening. So if you miss my own, you meet my admins teaching in the evening, the same thing that I taught, they are going to repeat it even better, you know. So and all this thing you're getting for 20K, Jesus. See,
I don't know how you do it. Well, like I said, like you, it was a call. You got the inspiration to do that. I believe that's the only reason you are doing what you are doing. But how many thousand, if we don't blow your trumpet enough, like we don't do it. I always say that people that actually do the work are the ones that don't know how to make noise. For some reasons, I don't know why that is so. 100 and something thousand. And these people are making money. Most of my team have gone through your program, and that is the reason I always push them to do that. Thank you so much. We don't want to keep you here beyond 9 as not to take your kindness for granted. Guys, we didn't pay Equi a dime to be here and pouring all of this, sharing her own personal story. Like I told you before, the reason she started with that story is for you to know that no matter how it be for you, our madam here has had it on a higher level. And look at her today, and she be our boss. I have already taken your IT class in 2022. Please, I would love to join the Airbnb class. Go and upgrade your skills. One thing with Equi's program.
Like we have added, I think in 2022 we did not add MBRB. So we added it in the same 20K we are paid. So we have added a lot. You know, when we started IT support, the class was just 3 classes. Like when you class 1, class 2, or class 3, you don't graduate. Now they get up to 25 classes, you still never graduate. The same amount. So you see, a lot of things have been added. So you should be repeating the class.
Hey, thank you so much, Mama. If you're on YouTube, I pinned her contact as a pinned comment, so you will see it there. Let me ask everybody to unmute so you can just say thank you and good night before to our guest before she leaves. Let me see. Thank you so much, Equi. Oh, let's take a selfie. Wait, let's take a selfie. Yeah. Who can, if you're able to on your camera, please do that. How did they use so? I'm seeing only Equi's face. How does it even work again? Joy, can you see us? Who are you seeing? I don't know how this. Why is this like this?
People are showing faces. Men in me join. Now they get men for fintech, tribe. Men they here. Now they get men for fintech.
No, we don't do men to know. Maybe they saw the link online or something. Somebody said her number isn't on WhatsApp. If you don't know what's a WhatsApp number.
My number is on WhatsApp.
Try again. Because I think others has been reaching out. How do they even
so this is my personal number here. This one, you can just copy it before we end. So this is my personal number. No, my business, the one with me, the handle.
Okay. Let me drop it for our YouTube people as well. 081 184 854 85411. Okay. Oh, is this correct? 081 184 85411. Okay, nice. I'm dropping it on YouTube as well. Joy, let's make sure you get a screenshot for us so that we can farm. I was in Equi's class, live and direct.
That's so.
Okay, bye everyone. Let me admit us to say good night. It's already 9. We can't keep our statutor. Okay, you can unmute yourself, say good night before we end the call.
Good night.
so much. Good
Good
night.
night,
Thank you so
your
much.
love. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye for
Night.
now.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.